and welcome to yet another one of our First Fives. I'm Pastor Chase. Now, I don't know about you, but during this time of quarantine, I have found myself having a lot of what I would consider bad days. They're tough days because I'm an extrovert, and I depend on human interaction for my energy. That's just a reality of my personality. And so I've been told not to come in contact with many people, which for me has been quite the struggle. And I imagine for you, during this time of irregularity, you've found things that make it tough on you as well. Now, one of my pet peeves is when someone tries to take something bad and twist it right in front of me and tell me why it's good, but that's exactly what I'm going to do for you today. I am going to conduct myself out of one of my pet peeves. Because in fact, that's exactly what happens in James chapter 1. Starting in verse 2, it says, "Consider it a great joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various trials, because you know that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance have its full effect, so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing. Now, if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives to all generously and ungrudgingly, and it will be given to him." During these days that seem like they bring out the worst in us because it's irregular, we need to practice seeing the lessons that can be learned. For me, I have to look at this time as an opportunity to have conversations that I wouldn't be able to have otherwise, an opportunity to practice things I wouldn't be able to otherwise practice, maybe an opportunity to grow closer to God when I wouldn't otherwise. Maybe this is your opportunity to grow your faith because it's difficult. It's in difficult times and difficult conversations in which our relationships grow. And in those times that you and I grow closer to God or farther away from God. It's through conflict that great connections are formed. I imagine if you would look at some of your best friends or some of the people you look up to or some of your mentors, you'd say, they and I have had tough conversations. We've conflicted with each other. But we endured those things, and it grew us as people and grew us together as friends. So here's my challenge to you this morning. Even though this time in our lives seems to render itself to a lot of bad days, embrace the tough. Embrace the need to endure because endurance grows our faith. Because when endurance has its full effect, you will be mature and complete, lacking nothing. And that's really my prayer, that I become more and more like God until the point that I am lacking nothing in my character that separates me from God. And the next verse is so important as we talk about prayer over this week, because it says, "Now if any of you lacks wisdom," or I would say, if any of you lacks anything, if any of you lacks any character trait that is like God, he should ask God, who gives to all generously and ungrudgingly, and it will be given to him. Allow this time when you are at your core with your own thoughts to see yourself and say, I want to grow, and I'm going to ask God to grow me in ways I have not grown before. So take these tough days as an opportunity to grow your faith and your character so that you can be complete in the eyes of God and be as close to his character as you ever have been before. Thank you.